Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nottingham Forest Career Mode, episode number 8. We are starting things off with a big game against Newcastle United. This one's vital to our season because, of course, Newcastle last year were relegated from the Barclays Premier League, and we're one of those teams that, looking back at it through the season, shouldn't have been relegated, I suppose you can say. Actually, that's kind of the majority of the teams who got relegated last year, but that's kind of the case with Newcastle. So they still have a decent team, even after losing like Wijnaldum and Sissoko. They still have a decent team, and it was going to be a difficult game for us. We were at home though, so that did give us the advantage. And of course, as you saw from the table there at the start of the episode, it was us heading into this in first place, of course, with Newcastle down in third. So it's still pretty damn close between us and them in the championship as we get closer and closer to the January transfer window. Anyway, first highlight of the game here is Lansbury getting a shot. I'm not too sure what defender that is, but he slides in the way of the ball, and Lansbury is able to get a goal from a shot that would have easily been saved by their goalkeeper. You can just see here, he's going for the save, obviously. He's going for the deflection, but he just gets it so awkwardly and ends up giving it a nice little chip half volley, or volley even, into the back of the net. The keeper would still be in the goal because it was a nice goal. It was a skill goal, heads and volley styles, and ProJaked is very happy about that. Second half now, we try for another one. Cohen gives it a good whack, but it is saved by Sells, and it is still 1-0. And now Bentner nicks the ball, and it goes off sort of between the crossbar and the post, unfortunately. Lansbury then nicks the ball. He tries, and he gets saved again. After that goal went in, Sells played a very strong game. Newcastle attacking were very weak. They had one shot where Wellenreuther was ready. He was prepared for the one-on-one situation, and instead of going to the left of him, it went to the right of him. So he didn't have to make the save, and it was a very poor game attacking-wise by Newcastle, but a very good game for them when it came to defence. Thankfully, though, we were able to come away with 3 points and a 1-0 win, which I would say we rightly deserved. The stats are also all in our favour. Moving on here, we have Derby County. The commentators before this were saying something about Nottingham Forest and Derby being two of the longest-standing clubs and sort of the trials and tough times they've been through, and it's always a privilege to see them going up against one another. So that was a nice line that they added this year. I'm not too sure if it was in the last year, but nevertheless, it is a very nice line for them to put in the game. You saw the lineup Derby had there. 4-3-3 against a 4-1-4-1 is an interesting combination, to say the least, so we're going to see how that is in this game. Early on here, we can see we played Velios for this game for the pure fact of Bentner was still tired from the Newcastle game, and I wanted to give Asamoah a little bit more time off. Unfortunately, he didn't get much time off because Velios, as always, was shit, and, well, he had to be subbed on then at around the 68th minute. Saw that attempt there by Kasami. Unfortunately, was a save. Asamoah, though, in a one-on-one situation, knocks it into the back of the net. That is a beautiful goal in the corner. 1-0 by Asamoah, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's no Bentner, he's no Lansbury, that's how we treat them, but let's be honest, Asamoah has played just as well of them. Lansbury's goal earlier in the episode was his 6th. I think Bentner's on 9 or 10, and Asamoah scored his 5th in the league. So those three guys are doing incredibly well this season, and, well, it's just a treat to have guys that good playing for us. And of course, I forgot to say it as well, but Ben Osborne in the last episode, I believe, came back. He was subbed on in the last few moments, but he came back, and it's very nice to see him back. But this was Wellenreuther's moment of the day. Such a close, that could have been a real good opportunity to score. He punches it out, he's off balance, he has to start running back, and he just palms it over, and it goes out for a corner. Thankfully, Wellenreuther was there. He had the speed, he had the ability to stop that from going out. Otherwise, it could have been 1-0. Weak shot there by Asamoah, and the keeper punches it away afterwards to make sure that it stayed out of play, and a terrible shot by Pereira ends the game at 1-0. Another win for us, and another 3 points. And of course, with it being away from home, that is always important to us. Very good game. Asamoah, the super sub, you can say, for coming onto the pitch like he did, and just, well, more or less saving the game and granting us 3 points. So I was very glad about that. Moving on now. Preston at home. Decided to sim this game, looking back in it, and you can tell by the length of this video, should have played it for some extra footage, but nevertheless, at the time I was thinking this would be an easy 3 points, so let's sim it. You can see the team we've gone with in this one, a team that more often than not, if I put that out in the game that I was playing, would have won, but I can't remember where Preston was. I think they were like 15th or something along those lines heading into this game. So this should have been an easy 3 points for us. So as you can see, we're in the 60th minute, and now we've gone behind thanks to a goal by them from Gallagher. This is really spelling out problems for us. But Asambalonga, the super sub, comes on once again, saving the game for us and scoring that his 6th goal of the league. 1-0 against Preston. Kind of wish I played that game because we probably would have been able to get the win. Ending off this episode now is a game against Wolves, which I'm not even going to say anything about. You haven't seen anything about the game, and I'm going to say it now. By far and away the most boring game I've played in this career mode so far. It was terrible, and there's a highlight that I'm going to use that's going to perfectly describe the game in a nutshell. So there was the lineup you saw. We had Bentner up front. This was a game where Bentner was so bad I had to sub him off. Lord Bentner was brought off the pitch. That's how poor the performance was from our team today. Here you go, you can see Bentner gets a good interception there. He goes for the shot, maybe, I don't know, he also seemed to pass it into the defender. House, they were able to keep it out, and now they get a good shot. This is basically the best attempt of the match, to be fair, in general. And why is this so long? Because I wanted to make the episode a little bit longer. So you can see a nice pass and play, and Wellenreuther easily saves that. Nice timing, though, with the dive. This is our game in a nutshell. Run into the box. Oh, we get tackled. Pass back to the keeper. He kicks out away. That was it. That was the entire game, and it was so disgusting that kept on happening. Here's Asambalonga. Pass into Lehigh. Takes a shot. Easy save. It was such a frustrating game, such a boring game as well, and you saw our performances against Newcastle and Derby. We played much better than that, and to be at home as well and to go away with a terrible 0-0 draw, it was disgusting. We played well defensively, thankfully, and we were able to shut Wolves down, but Wolves just got some of the most disgusting tackles on us. They were crippling us, and they weren't getting fouls and stuff like that. It was very, very AIDS-worthy. But, well, we're still at the top 20 off this episode, so that's good there. Sorry about this episode being so short, but there was literally no footage I could show for you. Anyway, that's going to end this episode, Cream Out. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.